Hey grade 7, welcome to another edition of Mr. V Teaches Math, and today folks what we're going to do is move on to dividing by powers of 10 and using mental math to be able to remember a pattern rule for when we divide by powers of 10. If you think back to several days ago, we looked at multiplying by powers of 10 and we came up with a rule about moving a decimal place depending on whether or not the number was bigger than or smaller than 1 using powers of 10. We're going to be able to divide numbers by powers of 10 using a similar rule, but we're going to hopefully notice a few things. So if we look here, on the left-hand column, we see numbers like, or a question like 365 divided by 10, which we see equals 36.5. We see 365 divided by 100, and then 365 divided by 1,000. And then we also see 8,970 divided by 10, which equals 897. 8,970 divided by 100, which equals 89.7. And then 8,970 divided by 1,000, which equals 8.970. Although you don't really need the zero there. Now we said with multiplying by powers of 10 that if the number is greater than 1, we move the decimal place to the right, and if there are holes, we fill them in with zeros. If we multiply by a power of 10 that's less than 1, we move the decimal place to the left. Now with dividing by powers of 10, it's pretty much the same rule, except the decimal goes the opposite direction. So if we are dividing by 10, you'll notice then that the decimal place goes 1 to the left. Okay, over here, if we divide by 100, we're going to go 2 spots to the left. If we we divide by 1,000, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 spots to the left. Then, how far we go, how far we move the decimal place is dependent on the number of zeros. So if it's 1 0, it's 10, then it goes 1 place, 2 zeros goes 2 places, 3 zeros goes 3 places, and so on. Okay? Similarly with here, same idea, right? Divide by 10 goes 1 spot to the left. 2 zeros means we go 2 to the left. 3 zeros means we go 3 to the left. And the numbers change accordingly. The decimal place moves accordingly, okay? So that's hopefully what we've noticed. Now, similarly, if we start dividing by numbers that are less than 10, then we said with multiplying that the decimal place goes to the left. But now, when we're going to be dividing by numbers that are less than 10, or less than 1, then the number goes to the right. Or the decimal place goes to the right, sorry. So, 365 divided by 0.1, it's going to go 1 to the right, which is going to give us 3,650. This one, 365 divided by 0.01, 2 spots after the decimal, so it goes 2 spots to the right, so it's 36,500. This one, 3 spots after the decimal, so it's going to go 3 spots to the right, so 365,000. Okay. Over here, same idea. 1 after the decimal goes 1 to the right, so that's 89,700. 2 to the right, 8, 9, 7, 0, 8, 8. Okay, that's 897,000. And we have 3 spots after the 0, so it goes 3 to the right, so that's 8,970,000. Okay? So, the question then is, can we write some kind of rule for dividing by powers of 10 greater than 1? Yep. The number of zeros corresponds to how far you move the decimal place to the left. And if we divide by a power of 10 that's less than 1, then the decimal place goes to the right, so that the number is going to get bigger. And that's pretty much how that concept works. We're going to get a chance to practice it tomorrow. So have a great night.